Give me all your loving, baby. Girl, you're blowing my mind. You don't need to hurry. Relax, unwind. Give me all your loving, baby. Girl, you're blowing my mind. It feels like the first time. Feel like the first time. Ooh, feel like the first time. Whoa, oh, you make it feel like the first time. Feel like the first time. Whoa, oh.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, goodness, I didn't realize that you had have you been adding to your studio, or is this how it's been for a
Oh
while?
yeah. This is it. I'm just constantly going, and I got this over here, like, and it kind of spins around over there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my analog side. That's my '90s side with the MPC
Okay.
60. Then over here, this is one more of my 2000 section right here with the DSP, like the DAWs and the MPC 60, like modern sounds. And then I got my rack, and then I come over here and I mix the songs. I turn into engineer after I record the songs. I
Wow.
mix them. Uh-huh. This is a song I did with Horace right here. It's not finished yet. That's why I haven't sent it. But
Oh, okay. I think because you're using your headphones, I think we're not getting the
oh yeah.
sounds.
Oh no, exactly. Yeah.
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 But oh, okay. So is it that you I know when we first spoke, goodness, back in 2021, you were
Mhm.
digging through some of the crates of some of the old stuff, but have you put that aside and
Mhm.
then just saying, you know what, I'm just going to do new stuff, or what's the plan?
Um, that stuff is always I always want to see that music go out, but I guess it has a have the like proper vehicle for it, being that it's like vintage.
Mm,
It's not like a new record that I went in and I did now. It's not even politics. It's just like a lot of different people that I would want to speak to before we decide to put the record out because there's a lot of people involved on the first album, not just producers, and it was family members involved, and just out of respect, I don't want to just put out an intro record with without speaking to going through the right channels and stuff.
yeah.
It's bigger than Buddy.
Ha,
Yeah.
ha, the limited editions vinyls and stuff that you guys did with
hmm
RCA almost 18 months ago, how did
Uh,
that how did that go?
what? Yeah, that was with Warner Music Group. They put out the 30th anniversary uh, limited edition album. I still have copies left, and people say, "Well, why are you still holding them? Why are you still holding them?" Because it's a limited edition. There's only 750 of them. So
Wow.
as the demand goes up, like I went on online the other day and I saw a copy of it for like $80, and I was like, "Okay, cool. Somebody's gonna make some money off of music that they love."
Yeah.
Yeah, I got. You want to see my my selection of them? If I
Yeah.
can swing this around.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is my collection of the 30th anniversary vinyl. Let me swing it around so we don't get so I don't lose you.
Okay.
They right there underneath my
Yeah,
curves.
yeah,
Like you see,
okay. Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
that first row right there. I actually purchased, I think like 125 copies of the
Wow.
album myself just so I could have them. Yeah. So I don't know if this thing is gonna stay back here or not. Yeah, I purchased 125 copies out of the 750.
My goodness. I
Yeah,
mean,
just
with
that
the
one.
how did you think it went, the whole collabo with Warner Music and just that whole the arrangement you guys entered with them?
Oh, with the for the 30th anniversary album,
Yeah, yeah. How do you think the whole
I
the
was
whole
it was
thing?
it was it was great. I was surprised. I was shocked. Honestly, I was expecting to have some type of pushback or something. It's like, okay, let's do it. I was like, okay. And there were some other things that was talked about, but you know, as far as me possibly licensing the music and just putting it out myself, but why would I do that to intro? I've never done it before. I wouldn't take that risk on my group. So they jumped back in. It was like, let us help you out with it. Let's do it. And we got them printed up. And the Netherlands, like it used to be the Sony plant. The vinyl is amazing. It's 180. I could grab one real quick. Let me grab one real quick. 'Cause, yeah, but so we kind of just said we're gonna do the best of everything with this. So you can refill it. It has a sticker on the top. There you go. Real quick, not to waste your time, but there's a green one in
Wow.
it, and yeah, this is side C right here.
So is it double vinyl or is it
It's a double vinyl. That's one disc, and here's the other one.
wow.
Yeah. And it's a combination of both albums. It's a combination of the intro album, and it's also uh there's a few songs on here off of the New Life album. So for real quick, like for instance, the on the first album we have Love Thing, Let Me Be the One, So Many Reasons, Ribbon in the Sky. On the second album we have like My Love's on the Way, Feels Like the First Time, and New Life.
Mm.
Those songs are on this album right here as well.
Okay,
Out of that
okay.
those 750.
Mm.
Cool.
With the
Mhm.
I guess did you guys, I know some other groups like Guy and all the others, they got into the point where I thought there was a law within that they hand back the rights to the copyrights back to the artists, to the groups. Has that happened for intro, or is that still some time before that happens?
Oh man, I wish I could talk about that. I wish I
Okay.
could talk about that on
Okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah, that's in the 9 to 5 part of my day right there. But I can give a shout out to the whole like Warner Music group. So I could say since day one, shout out to DJ Eddie F, Atlantic Records, Warner Music Group, and executives over there. For some reason, they took a liking to us, and they've pretty much been supporting us and feeding our family since what, '93.
Mm.
So yeah, shout out to them, man. Little bit of retirement plan set up for us. So
Yeah, you can
shout out to them. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't because I've heard horror stories. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've spoken to people that came up in our era of doing R&B music in the '90s, and their
Yeah.
story is totally different. So I'm humbled. I'm graceful. I'm gracious. I thank God. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that's one of the things you did talk about in the early days about how um getting Eddie and the rest making sure that they opened your eyes to certain things because
Hmm.
everyone thinks it's like you have to learn the hard way and then 3 albums later you can slowly start seeing pennies, but it's like
Hmm.
why can't it be from the beginning? Um,
Yeah.
but having a label like Warner still supportive, I guess there's a lot that can be done, whether it's licensing it for commercials or
Hmm.
or getting it featured in movies or shows like that. Is
Hmm.
that stuff that you guys can collaborate with, or you just leave that to them and just see what happens at the end?
Um, Well, I just spoke to a music supervisor in regards to having some of the songs placed in like some commercials and stuff. You know,
Can you
I would love
explain
to hear.
what a
I would
music
love.
supervisor does? 'Cause just for
Oh,
this,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
excuse me. So a music supervisor acts between. They're the link between the middleman between the artist and the people that make movies and television shows.
yeah.
So the artists will pitch our song to music supervisors, and music supervisors will pitch the songs to the television people who they already have a relationship with.
Mm.
The television people know they can count on these music supervisors to clear the songs, the
Ah, okay.
licensing, the sample. They don't want to do any of that behind the scene legal work on the song. You got a song, the artist owns all the rights. Give us 30 seconds of that. We're gonna hold on. Sometimes they just buy it and hold on to it, and then they'll listen to it when they're putting together a commercial, and then they'll pull it, and then you'll just start seeing residuals from there. Like, I would love to see like a Rolex commercial with "Funny How Time Flies"
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
behind
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's like that would be the the intro, I guess, commercial song at the end of the day.
You know what?
Yeah. Hmm.
I wonder if people don't sort of make those commercials, it goes viral, and then the
Um,
company says, actually, let's piggyback off of that. That's something that you
mm,
could get some, kids just getting some of the songs like, and pitch it and have it pitched to some of these big companies and see how, if they're trying to, especially if they're trying to target a particular market and just see
mhm,
how that goes. Yeah, but that could be just something that if you know some kids who are into the visual commercial, I think you were doing stuff with the youth, and any of them you can tell them,
mhm,
can they come up with some ideas with intro songs, see what they do, and then
mhm,
somebody can pitch it over to these brands to see if they want to actually take it up and stuff.
mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a cross branding. I tell them
Yeah.
I haven't had great success in cross branding because I haven't gone down that path. But I have seen people have enormous success with matching their songs with the product and letting the product carry the song. And you know, so shout out to all the music producers. Funny how time flies. Rolex
Yeah.
or any other watches. Any other watches. Well,
Um, and I was just saying, Tanya reminded me today that was Kenny's, it would have been his birthday today.
rest in peace. Today is Kenny Greene's birthday. I wasn't sure what day we were going to air this, but I was definitely going to give him a shout out. Happy birthday to Kenny Greene. Rest in peace. And I was getting ready to post something today, and I was like, "Don't post that because that's going to sound a little morbid." But I can say what I was going to post. I said, "Until I see you, until I see you in the studio again, that'll be surrounded by gold." But I didn't want to post that, because I'm still here. I have
Yeah.
another day. I have tomorrow, hope God willing. But
Mm,
yeah, bless his soul, was phenomenal. Best songwriter I've known. I just happen to know him. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I guess it's one of the things where um you guys came about during that golden era, Uptown, the
Hmm.
Untouchables, Dave Hall and that and a particular type of song and stuff. Mary's 411 album, um, that it was just a really amazing piece of history. I just recently listened to Mary's Gratitude album. I'm not sure if you've heard it,
Hmm.
um, and it came out a couple of weeks ago. So, and
Yeah.
actually, I was really surprised.
I've been hearing it.
I was surprised how good it was, and it actually
It's really good.
it gave me the vibe of Share My World, and she
Hmm.
almost said, "Yeah, let me." Yeah, in fact, actually, it was Rodney, Darkchild, Cassidy, and Nestor who did the production, but they went back to that kind of 90s vibe,
Yeah.
and she
Hmm.
got people like Fabulous, Fat Joe, Jadakiss. So it felt
Hmm.
like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to where I was at my best, and I was surprised how
Yeah.
good it was. Um, do you think there is a market for artists just saying, "Let me go back to the time when we were actually doing well," or the fact that a lot of artists are constantly trying to keep up to with today's sound and actually are not again lost in trying to
Hmm.
compete with a market that is sounding very different.
Hmm. Well, I've always just tried to stick to what I do and stick to what I know and stick to what makes me feel good. And some people like it, some people won't. But I kind of really feel like I'm stuck in my era and I love it. I love to be where I'm at and do the type of music that I do. And I'm going to always collaborate with people from different genres and age groups. But what I bring to the table is kind of like what I just cook up like right here. It's like it's always just homemade music for me. I don't really use a lot of samples,
Mm.
and you know, I definitely don't chase the radio. I just chase the listeners, and we just hang out and we grow organically. Maybe two every month, and when I get like the reports, it might be just a few more people, but as long as it keeps growing and it doesn't go in reverse, I'm happy.
You say you don't chase the samples. So when you guys were doing the debut album, was there contest effort
Uh,
to avoid, just yeah, I know, one thing to write, but was there an effort to make sure that there wasn't that? I know there's a few tracks,
mhm.
which was "Let Me Be the One." It
Let me
says
be the one.
"You've
Love
Got to
thing.
Have It" by Ed OG and the Bulldogs had some
Hmm.
samples in there, and they said track five, "It's All About You," sampled "Impeach the President."
Hmm. Those
With
were the Untouchables producers. Like me as a producer, I don't use samples, but on our first album, our first album was heavy sample. It was like a hip hop album, man.
mm,
They would actually place our CD in the hip hop section. They didn't know it was an R&B album. So that was like, I guess it was done by design or just by fate, because these R&B cats ran into the hip hop producers and we just came together like peanut butter and jelly and just did what we had to do. Shout out to the Untouchables and Eddie F and the whole crew.
but it's strange though because most of
Hmm.
us now would not think of Dave Hall as a hip hop producer. We think of him pretty much. He was pretty much all the Mary stuff and the stuff he did. You
Hmm.
would think we just know him you know and well Novell. A lot of them was doing the stuff with Heavy.
Never Hodge. Hmm.
Yeah, um, and then Kenny Smooth. Um, but I guess they transitioned from hip hop into the R&B market then I guess. Yes.
Hmm.
What I, I was very pleasantly surprised the fact that you put a posting of that you've now got a new member who had taken sort of a lead vocal stuff. How
Hmm.
did that sort of come about after all these years of just yourself and Jeff holding the torch?
Um, really, it just happened. It just happened. Like I can't even explain it. It just happened and it happened and it seemed like it was supposed to happen. And for the past 6 months, I'm like, how did this happen? But it's happened and it's happening. When I tell you it's happening, it's happening. I can't wait to be able to talk about it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, I think I mean, once you guys are ready for the big promo, we'll
Hmm.
we'll get the three of you guys on live. But how would you say the last 18 months, from the time that the 30th anniversary album was re-released, the intro documentary, and you would do some shows around Europe and here and there. How would you say it has been?
As far as music and
No,
meeting the people that like to
because
hear the music and
you've just had the 30th
mhm,
anniversary. You guys released a
mhm,
documentary, and then you were doing a lot of
yeah.
shows. So I was just wondering how the last
Mhm.
18 months have, for you personally, have been when you reflect on it after all these years.
The last 18 months have been more like strategic planning. What's next after the documentary? We know we still holding on to music. We don't have like release dates for any new music, even though we're constantly making music.
Mhm.
We need a real strong vehicle for that. You don't want to just keep putting songs out. But the main thing is we've tightened up our live show. We've hired new management, new music director.
Wow.
The show sounds amazing. The lead vocalist, whom everybody will know who that is, and on your next show, on the next time we come on here,
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
yeah.
be announcing that. And some people may know already, but it's coming together. It's like shout out to Intro 2025. If I wasn't in the group, I would be a fan. I'm not gonna lie, it's just like that right now. That's the energy of it, and it's not just the three members in the group. It's a whole team around us that's pushing us and motivating us, and just keeping us pushing forward so we can get this music back out to where it's supposed to be, and that's on the stage in front of everybody that comes out to those hot '90s concerts. We should be there.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we will be there. We'll be there.
what made you and Jeff decide to take it up another level where instead of because you both have you both have comfortable jobs, careers, I won't even say jobs,
Mhm.
where it felt over the years that you guys were really established with your everything, and then the music was a
Mhm.
nice pastime because you can enjoy making music and put it out there a couple of shows. But it feels as if you guys are ready to say, let's just take this up the next level because it's not doesn't and it also doesn't seem as if let's see if we can get paid for this. It feels more like, we want to show that we are a professional group.
Mhm.
And because we're settled financially, this isn't for the money. It just feels as if, we want to really show that we want to be able to entertain for that because of the passion.
Performing the intro catalog over the past 10 years is like I kind of filled in as somewhat of the lead vocalist. Even though the truth of the matter is I learned how to sing from Kenny Greene because I was just the producer. I was just doing the music and stuff. Then I started doing the backgrounds. God bless his soul once his passing, and we decided that we wanted to go back out. I gave it the best shot that I had, and I tried to hold on to it and hold it down for as long as possible to keep people's attention, to let them know that one day I knew one day we come across the person that could actually deliver that catalog to where it's at or even better. Because we put a few people in the group before and the energy just wasn't matching. You even because I was like, I am not gonna compromise, you know, the brand of intro. We are not gonna do it. So you either gonna have to match our energy or be better than it. And we found somebody that has matched that energy and has excelled it, is helping us out, even jumping in as coach and just doing things. It's a really good time for what's about to happen.
Yeah. But then for
Yeah.
yourself though, is it that
Mm.
yourself and Jeff are like, what, um, we're ready to invest
Oh,
more time?
that's right.
Good.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. That was a part of the question. So what made me want to step it up too is that, like you said, like we have professional careers as well. And as I said, over the past 18 months, it's really just been strategic. It's been like planning almost like a wrestling match. I want to be able to do this by this time. I want to be able to do this by this time. I want to do this by this time. So yes, by the time intro hits the road, that chapter of my life, and you know what it is. I really don't
Mm,
talk about it on social
yeah.
media will be a smooth transition and everybody will be happy. I can already do that today. But life is like an elevator. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride it. Sometimes this one to go, sometimes this is one to go. You just can't wait around and just let that one go. You kind of
Yeah.
gotta. So that's what I've been doing pretty much over the past 18 months. Been taking care of myself. I had a little health scare. Shout out to all men of color, 40 years and over. Make sure you get your prostate examined. I got diagnosed with prostate cancer
Oh my
back in
goodness.
July. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer back in July, and I was ready for it because it had ran in my family. So I was checking my PSA levels. That's a very important thing to remember, fellas. Check your PSA levels. And as soon as my PSA levels started to rise, being that I do annual physicals, I brought it to my doctor's attention. They did the biopsy. They said, "Yeah, you have cancer." I was like, let's go, let's kick this ass. So actually December 26th was my last treatment, a cyber knife, and I'm ready to go. I feel better
Wow.
than before it happened. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So is that they check it? Okay, so that's stuff that people don't seem to take seriously then.
You have to take it serious because if you don't take it serious and it's serious, it's gonna get serious. If you don't take it serious, something's gonna get serious. I just thank God that I was able to have the frame of mind and the attention on my health, because your health is your wealth. To 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 have that, you know, inkling of things, and yeah, I'm good.
Wow. Well, thank God for that. And I
That
guess
was
it's
so that was in the 18 months too. I'm going through in my head right now. What's everything that happened in the past 18 months? I got my PlayStation broke. So my PlayStation broke. So I was like, let me try this Robin Hood thing. So I got on Robinhood and I started messing with these stocks called XRP. And now, from my PlayStation breaking like 2 years ago, now I'm hearing XRP on the news and stuff like that. So I'm getting excited about stuff like that. And okay, I'm talking too much.
No,
That's
no.
not that's not financial advice. That is not financial advice. I don't
Okay.
talk stocks or nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah. And what about your beloved Yankees? Does he support the Yankees or the Mets? I can.
you know what? I'm a fair weather fan. I'm just a New York fan. My friends have like season tickets to the Yankees, and some of my friends have great tickets to the Mets. And most of the time, it's yo, buddy, you want to go to a baseball game? I'm like, yeah, because
Oh, so it's the games.
I love baseball. Well, Intro has a baseball team on MLB The Show. The name of the the name of the baseball team is called Intro Baseball Club. They have the orange and the green uniforms. It's, yep. So MLB The Show 24.
Wow.
Yep.
So but big as a fan of baseball, did it,
Mhm.
the Dodgers
Mhm.
winning? Were you upset as a New Yorker, or were you just like the better team won, or how was it for you?
Definitely the better team won this year. They kind of did, they kind of played some really good baseball that really wasn't matched on our end. So I tipped my hat off to them. I wasn't happy, but I just like every other fan, every other New York fan, we just like have the same attitude. We'll get them next year.
I never
Yeah.
understood. I mean, I remember because I went to college out to Milwaukee, and so I
Mhm.
would normally get tickets to go see
Ooh.
the Bruins.
Guess what? Yeah, that's where my friend played for the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm just looking for my water. Yeah, my buddy played for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, as people who are watching, you may not realize that actually Buddy had an opportunity to be a
Mhm.
professional baseball player.
I probably could have, honestly. I never got offered a contract. I'm not going to sit here and lie or nothing. But I
Mm.
gave up on baseball because I thought I was too small. I thought I was too small to be a baseball player because I had never been to a professional baseball game before. But after going to the army and hanging out, like my friends who I used to play baseball with every day, they all went to play professional baseball, and I was there in the army. Like, what did you just do? But had I not gone to the army, I wouldn't have met Kenny Greene,
Oh
and then I
yeah.
wouldn't have had the opportunity to do, which was really my first love, which is music. So I'm always going to be attached to music. I'm always going to be attached to baseball. Look out for the RBL, Rhythm Baseball League. Intro, whatever R&B group want to put their team together and join the RBL. I'm here, like a commissioner, Buddy Wike. We're gonna get these league goings. We're gonna get some merchandise going. You can sell your music on here. RBL coming soon. Rhythm Baseball League.
Okay.
Those are ideas that God gave me, and I will act on that because I'm actually designing it right now. But I just like sharing stuff, and because a lot of times people know that I'm down here in my space and they're like, what is he doing? Is he just playing a baseball game? I'm like, no, I'm building a stadium. I just made some new uniforms for intro. I'll share the link. I'll share the link.
Okay, look more an image of baseball, sort of those type of. Yeah, I interviewed Carl Martin from Shy, and
Oh, okay.
he got a baseball scholarship, and he went to Howard,
Mm-hmm.
but he had opportunities to go to NCAA universities that did have, but I think
Oh,
he
yeah, he has
opted.
to be really good.
Yeah, but he really, I think there was a sense of actually, music was also there. So he went to Howard but got an
Mm-hmm.
injury. So he missed up the team. But he spoke about how being able to play baseball for a radio station sort of staff sort of stuff was how he got shopped around. If I Ever Fall in Love, gave it to one of the DJs and who broke it
Okay.
in. But it was the fact that he because he had that skill, he was able to play in one of a radio station sort of staff tournament. He was so good. They're like, "Who are you and who's that?" And then he was able to say, "Hey, check this out and stuff." But there seems like there may be a lot of artists out there who had an opportunity to go pro, But I
Hmm.
guess, yeah.
I tell you who the best one was. The best baseball player in music who definitely could have went to the major leagues. I'm just looking for my water. I don't know what I do with it. It's all good. To me, the best was Nelly. I heard
Are you serious?
Nelly was a beast. Yep. I heard Nelly could have easily played professional baseball. He was scouted by professional teams. He got offers. He got contract offers and everything, but he chose music.
Wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
My goodness.
Maybe he could put a Nelly team in RBL, the Rhythm Baseball League. Holler at your commissioner, Buddy Wike.
But how would it work though, this rhythm baseball league? I mean, in just
While we're on the phone, I mean, while we're on the interview, I'll pull it up, but it's gonna take like a few minutes and stuff. I'm not gonna let that distract us.
yeah. Wait, hold on, let me.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you? So this league that you're talking about, is this something that
Mhm.
you're really taking this seriously? Because it seems as if a lot of
Oh
work
yeah.
trying to find people all over the country to be part of it. Or
Um,
is it esports or is it actually going to be playing?
I'm gonna show you in a second here. I'm sorry. It's um, it's MLB The Show 24. Anybody that has it, like on PlayStation 4 or 5, they can access it. And then you go into it's called Dynasty mode. And you go into Dynasty mode and you can just look for intro right now. INTRO.
Oh, so it's actually PlayStation. So I thought you were actually trying
Mm-hmm.
to get past the R&B singers to actually to actually play physical
Oh, to
football.
actually play. Oh
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
that's what I
no.
was thinking. Like, wow, that
This,
sounds like
this is all it is. But they can play in the studio. They can have the representative play for them. But if they get into the leagues, they have to take it serious because it's like it's so much fun. But I take it so serious. Like I'm serious. I want sponsorships and everything like that.
Oh goodness.
I'm getting better and better. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you the what you call. I'm gonna show you the uniforms in a little bit when it comes on.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I stopped. I used to play Madden and used to get, but then in the early
Mhm.
2000s, I just kind of lost interest in playing, and so my kids are playing, and I just don't even know how to use the controllers anymore. It's a crank.
Mhm.
Once you lose the skill set, it's kind of can be a little hard to get back into
Um,
it.
with this baseball, it's picking up. I'm telling you, I'm getting every day. I'm getting better and better.
You can
I,
imagine.
I take it so personal, Nadine. I'm serious. Like,
But
let's see.
yeah, because I think for those of us who weren't raised in
Mhm.
America, it's hard to understand the appeal of baseball because it seems like they play a lot of games, and it seems as if it could take a long day out in the sun just
Well,
watching.
mhm. Like I used to from when I played baseball. After the military and everything, well, it was more like softball and stuff. I played in Puerto Rico, and I played in the league in Puerto Rico, and it was so hot in the sun that it changed my complexion for the rest of my life. Well, not over my whole body, but from like a baseball shirt ends right here, right?
Yeah.
So from here, don't laugh. From here, from where this ends to down for the rest of my body, it's
Oh,
kind of like a different situation. This was my color before baseball.
are you
I did,
serious?
yeah, man. I did the yeah the from the sun just burning. Yeah, you have a baseball hat on and stuff like that, but even from where the baseball shirt stops is like one complexion, then down to my arms.
Wow.
I guess I got some good sun, but yeah, man. Look,
And it didn't just, 'cause normally when it gets like that, it fades out, but
no. If I go to the beach, if I go to Jamaica or something and get a suntan, yeah. But as far as from where that baseball shirt ended, oh yeah,
that must have been a really heavy sun that
it was hot as
it can,
hell. It was hot as hell. And mind you, I've been in the desert for 7.5 months as well. So that
okay,
the
back.
t-shirt, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I can imagine that. Well, music wise, then I guess
Hmm.
it is interesting because if you've been creating stuff for the past number of, all this time, when do you feel as if it's like, okay, we've got some stuff here. Um, uh, do we
When
put
is
it
enough
out?
enough?
Yeah, well, yeah. When is it
Oh,
that you've got stuff? Let's say, okay, I think this is great.
I
Let's.
know. I know people always say that, like, man, you got this song, you got to put the song out, you got to put the song out. And I'm like, I want to, but it has to be something. You just can't put it out. It has to, you have to attach it to something. Like back in the days, we used to sell the music and give T-shirts away. Now we're pretty much giving the music away and selling the T-shirts. So it's like a switch, you know. So we got to just be strategic with it and see, you know. I would like to attach it to the uh to the baseball thing, which is loading up right now, which is gonna be cool. Here we go. Check this out, Nikki. Check this out. Let me see. Can I flip my camera around? Mm, uh, probably can, but I don't want to mess it up. Let me see. Can you see it?
Yankee Stadium. I can see your intro. So is it that you custom? So
Uh-huh.
is he supposed to be with the intro to? Okay.
So my vision is to have other R&B groups have their team as well, and we start a RBL, like a rhythm baseball league, and play against each other
So how did
and
you get
get
the
some good sponsorship.
yeah? Oh, your camera. How did
I'm sorry,
yeah? How did you get the intro?
I designed it. I
But so
designed it.
okay.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. If you really play this game enough, you'll see how you can design your own uniforms, your own stadiums, pick your own players, and yeah, I'm not going to play it while we're on the game. I'm going to actually get up out of there
Yeah.
while we're on the interview. But
Yeah. I was just
I
wondering if
get
you
so
if
excited about that.
yeah, if your camera could go back is
Okay.
oh
Oh,
portrait.
can you see me?
Yeah, but it's landscape. I was wondering if you can go
Oh,
portrait.
dying,
Sorry,
dying.
I was just yeah, yeah, that's fair back.
I forgot we were hanging out like that. My bad, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
because you
guess
was
with
so you because you were
okay.
trying to play some stuff that you did with Horace, but
Hmm.
how does it come up now? Is it just that you'd write stuff, put some music behind it, and get somebody to come sing like you did with Horace, or
Oh, I'm collaborating now. Um, Sometime I'll email the song out and they'll email me back the stem and I'll just add it to the song because I'm real funny with people coming to my house. I've always been like that. I've always been like that. So it's like out of I don't know the amount of artists that I know that live in the metropolitan area, maybe like three have been to my house, and that's not out of being standoffish. If we're going to work, we got so many other studios that could work that we can work in, you know.
so you
So if I
actually don't
wanted to,
record the vocals in the house?
I do the vocals here. I do my vocals. If the artist is here, then they'll record their vocals. But if we're doing something with somebody who's saying Barcelona, Spain, then they'll just record their part and send the stems in, and I just mix them in.
Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay. But then I get, I mean, but where is the money for making new music to these days?
The money for making new music is the music supervision, social media, uh, 1 2 minute songs, creating a fan base organically, pop up shows, merchandise. You have
There's
to
not in the
engage. You have to
actual,
engage. Yeah, you have to engage. People want engagement now. It's a mixture of what they seeing on social media and what they're hearing at the same time. They want to engage. They want to know how did you make the song, not how the song sounds. We've heard a million songs already. Now they want to know how did you make that,
Hmm.
and you know.
Yeah, but so right now, are you saying that actually, if you want to become a recording artist, you have to find ways of earning, making a living, but it might not be like back in the day selling a million records because people
Mhm.
are faced with so much content and so much stuff that they can get for free. Even on YouTube, you skip the video and you listen to
Mhm.
the song. So in actual fact, you're not really paying. If I was to say if you just released a new song and it's on YouTube, if I wait 30, 20 seconds or so, I could listen to the song um
There's
as
there's
many times.
there's just so much music out there, and just like everything, you know, a wealth of information. creates a deficit of attention. So people are not falling in love with songs anymore. They like them, they love them, but shoot, I used to wake up in the middle of the night when a song came on. It would make me think about my girlfriend or something, and I just stay awake until the song went off, and then I go back to sleep. They play like 30 seconds of a song, and then they mix in another song now.
Yeah.
So it's hard for people to fall in love with songs unless they actually buy the album or follow the actual band and download their music.
Well, I mean, we're talking about. I think
Mhm.
I heard on the radio and in the news that Ice Spice has a song that's 1 minute and 10 seconds long.
Minutes and seconds. Okay. I think that might be long enough for her to qualify for a Grammy. I think it has to be like a minute and 7 seconds long in order for it to classify for to be considered for an award. If it's too short, they won't consider you. It has to be a certain amount. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be 1 minute and 7 seconds.
God have mercy. It just, you know,
It's funny, you can't make it up.
yeah, but yeah, and I guess but they're saying that actually that there's a generation that are so used to 20-second ads, 10-second ads, that things are coming, things are going out, even the music has to be quick. And so you're almost feeding into that short attention span by saying, well, we'll make the
Right.
music shorter then because we know you guys tend to like things that are just quick in and out. But then you're feeding it
Yeah.
instead of reacting to it, you're actually feeding it. And because if people get used to listening to longer music, 3.5 minutes, then they get used
Mhm.
to that. But if you're saying, well, everyone just needs short stuff,
Mhm.
we just put a minute and 10
Yeah.
seconds. But has that
I'm-
influenced the kind of music you're creating?
Nope. Like for instance, this song right here, that's why I'm looking up right now. The song that I have on deck right here is actually it's over 3 minutes. It's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hmm.
And I don't think there's a song in here. My shortest song, I may have bounced in at about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but my intentions for it was to be an interlude, not like a song that somebody could get attached to and want to hear again.
But the interludes are
Hmm.
songs today. There's no such
Hmm.
thing as an interlude because that's the
Hmm.
length of an average song now.
Yep.
So, um, but then, and I guess when we talk to all three of you guys late there down the road, um, what do you do with all the stuff you've been writing, producing, and recording for the past 10 plus years? But now, if and when you do introduce a new lead singer, do you then think, okay, this is what we've got in the vault, re-sing these ones, or is it like, you know what, we're creative, let's all create something new?
Um, that's a great question. And I think the recordings from the past should be packaged as those as recordings from the past and dated, put a name on it. And I mean, so much music that there's so much music setting from intro that we didn't know what, anything else to do. All we were doing was songs every day, a different producer, different producer, different producer. Then when it's time to put out an album, you have to pick 12 songs. You have to pick you got a second album, you need to pick another 10 songs or whatever. What's up with the other 100, maybe 200 songs that we've recorded? Like I know where they are, but just Buddy from intro is bigger than me. I just can't get the songs and put them out. If it was up to me, we would have probably released like 10 albums already.
Wow.
Hmm.
And I wonder, is it cost effective for Warner to actually?
Well, it's not them. It's not, no, I'm not going to say, but okay, let me hear the question first, because I might have jumped in too quick, because I got
Yeah,
to be
no, I was
careful when
just
I use
wondering
their
if
name.
it's cost effective for Warner to say, come on, let's negotiate with all parties and we would release it away and we will help distribute it because it's good music and we can see a value. We've got a sort of a brand to help push that.
Well, if a 90s R&B music resurgence happens, then they have enough in our vault. They call it the vault. The songs are in the vault. They can go in the vault and pull, modernize them, because plugins that we had back then compared to plugins today, these are more powerful plugins. You want to be able to compete phonically with songs that are on the radio. So I think it would be financially like a good move for any of the threes, but at the same time they have to have a vehicle. I just don't want to put the songs out. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I need a detailed plan. Use AI, whatever you got to do to get this album out to the masses. I don't want to just put this music out here.
Are you using AI in creating of your music?
Nah, I haven't. No, I use AI to help me with agreements. If somebody sends like a production agreement or a uh, agreement for us to do a concert prior to us signing our management deal. Shout out to Norman City. Um, they manage Music Soul Child, by the way. Anybody that's trying to
Okay.
get with the new intro, intro, the reintroduction, yeah, however at Norman City. But yeah, man, I just kind of lost my chain of thought because
No, no, because I was
okay.
asking if like other
Mhm,
creators that
mhm,
people who are coming up with an idea and it says, okay, AI, can you see what I'm
mhm.
writing or making? Can you give me some ideas
Oh yeah,
based on this type
AI.
of stuff?
Nah, there's programs I'm sure that do it, but I don't want to lose myself in that. I need to be able to get up, run over to the piano. I don't want to ask the computer, yo, computer, play something for me. I want to be able to go, I'm not going to get that from AI. I'm not going to get
Mm.
nothing from it. You know, somebody did it, somebody had fun creating it. I like to make the music. I like to make music just as much as I like cooking. And I kind of compare the two to each other. It got to taste good, got to be some texture in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
No, I just thought it was more so you have the idea and you just wanted to explore some examples to see if it fits.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't went down that rabbit hole. I had a producer call me and say, "Buddy, you got to get into this. You got to get into it. It's gonna change your life." And I was like, "I don't want to change my life. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to like water down my talent. I want to be able to work hard making music because that's what makes me feel good. It makes my body feel good.
Yes.
So no, no, thank you."
Yeah.
And guess what? He was like, "I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it." I'm like, "Nah, B, I'm good, man."
Yeah, but that's the thing. It can take away that talent over time when you're over reliant on something else. And
Hmm.
if there'll come a point where you forget how to do it yourself because you've
Hmm.
really invested in somebody else. Um, so but that said, then is there fun just coming up with stuff and creating? Are you at the stage where you can actually feel confident singing stuff that you're coming up with, um, that you are, creating? If you've written a song and a track, do you still have the confidence to actually sing the lead of it, or is it like I've created it, maybe I'll get our new singer, when intro makes that announcement,
Hmm.
or you go back into your friendship pool like a Horace. I know you guys got stuff with Mr. Cheeks and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
being at home, can you just record and write and record your own stuff, or do you look for the singer?
I probably have. I probably have. I'm not gonna say maybe another 100 songs, but yeah, I call it homemade music. I have songs that I've done the keyboards on, the drum programming, the backgrounds, the leads, and these are songs not so much working towards an album, but they're just songs that I felt like creating, and I got them, and I get screamed at all the time. When you gonna put that out? When you gonna put that out?
Are you
And
gonna
I
buy
and I'll
it?
and I'll put them in a folder, and one day that folder I'll probably get the heart to email to a music supervisor and be like, "Hey, you got
Okay.
20 songs. Let's do a deal with this." I've been offered some deals. I've never done a publishing deal, which has me owning the same amount of publishing as the label when it comes to the song come inside. And just holding on to my publishing. That's been one of my big things since coming into the music industry, from just hearing people. Like what happened was it was a lot of artists that was getting publishing deals. Like I had an artist deal, but then it was artists around me that was getting publishing deals. And I kind of felt slighted that I wasn't offered a publishing deal. But then as Coming Inside started blowing up, then they started offering me the publishing deal. And I was like, no, I'm that same dude that you could have gave a publishing deal, that I could have had a bunch of Coming Insides, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and,
Hmm.
and as I said, sometimes things do work out that
Hmm.
way. Um,
Hmm.
I guess what it would have been sort of interesting just to find out from you then, and I'll open this up actually, is that if I look at your debut album, um,
Hmm.
we've got Love Thing, Let Me Be the One, Anything for You, Why Don't You Love Me, It's All About You, The Rhythm in the Sky. Um,
Hmm.
I don't see Rhythm in the Sky. Was that not Stevie
That's
Wonder?
on the
Yes.
first album, but
Yeah.
it was a yeah, it's on the first album.
Yeah. Then Don't Leave Me,
Hmm.
Come Inside, One Kind
Hmm.
of Love, So Many Reasons, Efficacy of Love. And this was the time when the CDs were limited to 60 minutes, and then it moved up to
Okay.
70, and it moved up to 80, and almost as if you want 20 songs on it, no problem. But 11 was still considered like,
Hmm.
okay, that's quite a big jump because you went from eight maximum in the mid 80s, in the
Hmm.
80s, and then you kind of went up to 10 or so, or 12 by the time Jodeci and stuff came out. Um, but on this your
I
debut
just learned
album,
something.
what was that?
Hmm. As far as the timing, I just learned something
Okay,
because we
yeah,
just turned the records in, and then they were like, "Yo, you have room for two more." We know it was like, "But how many? What's the length and the time of it?" So I just learned something. That's good information right there.
yeah, because we know if you think about Thriller and in the 80s it was CDs and not CDs, it was to cassettes and vinyl. So they were pressed with eight
Hmm.
songs, that's as much as they could put on there. And then I knew when
Okay.
CDs started to blow up, they could put more on there. But they did
Hmm.
start to limit it to like 10 to 12 songs, like yours. But then by mid 94, they went up to 16 and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everyone, and then I think it got too much, you put too many songs on there.
Hmm.
But on your debut album, which would you have your top five favorite songs of that debut album?
Hmm. Don't don't leave me. One of a kind love. Come inside. Let me be the one. And why don't you love me?
Okay. And this
Mhm.
isn't based
Oh,
this wasn't based on who wrote or anything like that. It was just how the song came out for
nah.
you.
Yeah, it's just how the song makes me feel. I got a funny story with Come Inside on the Billboard charts. It was at number three, and my favorite song was at number two. Anniversary by Tony. And
Okay.
I love that song Anniversary so much that it didn't bother me that my song was behind it trying to fight up on the charts. I was just comfortable where I was at because the song that I really love was on top of me. And that's the type of love that I have for music. Yeah, I have more love for music than I do for the money that comes from music. And that's what separates me from a lot of different artists and stuff. You won't see me zooming down Broadway in a fancy, foreign car, none of that stuff. Nah, yeah. Just,
You said
let's hang out in the studios. Let's
a
hang out in the
fancy
studio.
foreign cars, but you drive a
Yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
Escalade or something like that, right?
I don't drive no. I don't drive an Escalade. All my crew got the nicest cars you can imagine. From you name it, your boy Buddy drives a Ford Edge. I love the Ford Edge. Shout out to Ford and the Ford Edge. But yeah, I've had four Ford Edges because that's
Wow.
what you need in New York. You need like a midsize SUV that drives like a car to get around traffic and the potholes and stuff. The Ford Edge is the perfect car for the metropolitan area,
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
it's called the Edge because it moves like a car, but it's
Okay.
it's, it's but it's roomy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Another commercial.
Yeah, another commercial. Yeah. You could probably just, yeah, you could probably think about putting that in the commercial. Um, but then I guess,
Mhm,
when you think about that debut album, and I'm seeing the plaque behind you, but that doesn't look
mhm.
gold. Is that platinum or
That's that one is gold. This one is platinum. That's the intro album over there from the first album.
so
This right
when did it
here is
go
the
platinum?
well, this platinum right here is actually the Jason Lyric soundtrack with the
You would
song "You Will
know.
Know" on it. Yeah, that
Okay.
album went platinum. They according to the numbers, Intro's first album is not platinum yet, which is astonishing to me, knowing that the same groups and that had albums coming out around that time. I think they sold like 4 million records, but it's all good. It's
Yeah, I
all in
th
the numbers. When you reach a certain milestone, like you go platinum, then your contracts have to be renegotiated because there's clauses in it. Like just like professional athletes, you reach
mm,
a certain plateau, then your statutory rate increases. So
okay.
whoever's doing the math, sometimes you wonder if they finish school or not. But it's all good. I still do it for the love of music.
When are you able to talk about your upcoming show in London in March?
March 29th, we'll be in London, up close and personal. That's on their IG, up close and personal. Those are the promoters that will be doing it, and we're gonna get some drops out soon. And I mean, I'm thinking within the next 5 days or 5 to a week, hopefully the group will be back on here with you. But
Okay.
I'm so glad we got a chance to get on here right now
Yeah.
so we could talk about that. And then we did. You've always been supporting us with the documentary, and we really appreciate you and for sharing your platform with us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, I mean, so the where can people get the tickets for the 20 the for the especially if they're coming
um,
from around Europe?
up close and personal. If they go into IG and go
Yeah.
to up close and personal, I believe it's underscore UK,
Yeah.
then they'll see the event there. And we're really
Okay.
looking forward to it. This will be the first time that we're performing with
You the new
that
member
night.
went yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
they're
guess
not gonna get me.
are
They're not
you
gonna get me
guys
on this call tonight.
rehearsing? Is there a lot of rehearsing or is it like like
Oh
muscle
man.
memory?
Oh my goodness. It's to the point where it's muscle memory. It's been like 5 straight months of just vocals and gelling and harmonies. Like we really want to get it right. Like
Yeah.
we're preparing for this comeback as if we're preparing for like a fight, like the Super
Yeah.
Bowl or the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess yeah, I guess if you do come up with a high standard, then it just means at least people know the bare minimum. And I
hmm
think that would definitely be a good thing.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, as I always said, my favorite intro song has always been let me see that. Feels like the first time.
Feels like the first time was a good one. That's on the second album.
Yeah, it's from New
Yeah,
Life.
that's it. That joint pops.
It's the harmonies in the um yeah, and I think it's really difficult when you have a very strong vocalist as Kenny Greene
Mhm,
to replace because his voice is very distinctive. So think about if you had Aaron Hall as left guy, you can't it's those voices are
mhm,
distinguished, very unique. A Luther or Big Bub. So when you have very strong lead singers like that, it's like wow, that's pretty much like Freddie Mercury and Queen. I mean,
yeah.
this Adam Lambert has really stepped it up, and it took a
hmm
generation to go away. That by the time he stood in, that people are just like, well, this guy can sing, and they're
hmm
not thinking about him compared to Freddie, because there's a generation that can't doesn't know Freddie Mercury, but they know if they go see Queen featuring Adam Lambert, they're going to be in for a good show. And so,
hmm
the 20, it's been how many years since since the release of New Life?
This is the 30th year for New Life. This is
Oh yeah, yeah,
New Life's 30th
95,
anniversary right
October
here.
95.
Hmm.
Oh, so what's the plan for New Life?
We'll see. I'm not sure. I know we normally go into the DSPs and make announcements during Black Music Month, which is June here.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're planning that. We 100% will be touring. Um,
But you don't expect it to get the promotional release like the debut album did with Warner?
I don't think so. If anything that's coming behind the Green and Orange, the 30th anniversary album, it may be the remix vinyl with all Untouchables remixes on there. And you know, the Untouchables, they have some phenomenal plans leading into 2025, 2026. You
Hmm.
know, shout out to Eddie F and the Untouchables, you know, everybody. Like that's a strong team right there. Donnell Jones, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, you know, it just goes on and on.
Wow, goodness.
Untouchables.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that I mean it's been yeah, it's that'll be interesting. I know Eddie's been trying to work on things again. Okay,
Hmm.
so what? Hopefully, when you guys meet up to make an official timetable as to when you officially promote intro, the new begin. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be intro, the new beginning, or whatever it is. But when you finally have an opportunity
You'll see. They
to
gonna
pos
see. Y'all about to see. Y'all about to see. Oh my goodness. I wish I could talk about it right now, but
So we'll be able to get you back, but
ready.
it was definitely good
Get
to be able
ready.
to catch you and especially starting out in the UK in March. That's definitely an interesting one. Okay, well, buddy, yeah, as I said,
Ready.
it was definitely good to be able to reconnect with you. But I think it was even mighty important to hear you speak about for men of all ages and colors, but mainly from our background to continue to monitor that PSA and
Absolutely.
if there's any change or elevation to make sure that
If
you
you if you're over 40 years old, you need to start going to your doctor at least once or twice a year and make sure that they check your PSA levels. If your PSA levels rise within, say, two or three numbers over from the past year, then you need to tell your doctor that you want to do a biopsy on your prostate. And you know, shout out to Montel Jordan. He just had the same situation. He had the surgery, and I believe he reported that he had to have his removed. So if you go and you check, you know, and they start going up, then they won't have to remove it. I underwent procedure called cyber knife. So,
Okay.
you know, that's where they just target that area. So you're not just getting, you know, and
Wow.
yeah, that's it. Just get it done. Just get it done. I'm not gonna drag out through my whole medical history. I'm
Yeah,
healthy. I'm good.
yeah,
I'm strong. I'm strong as an ox. I'm ready to get on the road and
yeah.
do our thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, I mean, once you guys get, we'll coordinate with management and stuff to get all three of you on. So at least
cool.
we get the fans to be able to ask questions and so we'll go live when all three of you are able to come back on and stuff. Um,
Awesome.
yes. So definitely, just as I said, we look forward to details around the tour. Um, be a promotional tour and seeing how far you guys may go with that. And it'll be interesting to see New
Mhm.
Life 30th anniversary, maybe touring under that might
That would be
bring
nice.
some new life into the into things as well.
Everybody
Yes.
deserves a new life
Yes.
once in a while.
Yeah. It's yeah, as I said, and then we finally get that third intro album that we'd always
Mhm.
craved and waited for and stuff. Okay. Well, I mean, buddies, was definitely great speaking to you. Hopefully, as I said,
Yeah.
Jeff and the mystery new lead singer can come
Uh-huh.
back on, and we'll arrange a date closer to around the time when the announcements are out, so that we piggyback off that.
anytime that anytime halftime chat calls, we're gonna be there on time.
Well, when you meet up
we
with them
appreciate you,
today,
Nadine.
yeah, when
I'll
you
see them
meet up,
tomorrow morning in rehearsal.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, when
we'll be
you
on the
meet up
call
with them,
tonight.
okay, and just say, yeah, you know, you know, when we're ready to go, then just give me a call, and what will happen is, you know, we'll promote it and we just go live, and it just means that fans
Okay.
can start asking questions and stuff like that. So, yeah,
Amazing.
okay.
Appreciate you.
No problem. All right, buddy. Well, enjoy the evening. Thank
Thank you.
God that health-wise is there, and for other of us, it's probably a lesson for us to learn and pick up from that because yeah, because it could have been a different
Yeah.
story if you weren't as
Stay on top
vigilant.
of it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
All right,
thanks for
brother.
spending time with
Peace
us.
and blessings to you.
You will do. Okay. Take care.
My pleasure.
That's right.
All right now. Peace.
Hi. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you okay?
They don't understand what Jonas Boys are winning all spirits.
play it. I mean, I love all different genres.